out there in internet land. This is an age-restricted video. If you're not 18, you should probably not be watching this video. If you are 18 or older, here is the veg garden. Bum bada bum, folks. All right, we're doing a round of cloning. As always, ABC, always be cloning. We got that Cherry Gush #1 from Uncle Jim, which is kind of the keeper and the shining star of that last round of stuff that he sent me. I've got the Sticky Foot 2 and 3, the clump cuts from Medicated Maine, and I have the Gushing Rain #1 from Clump, which is also Medicated Maine. I have the Sticky Foot 2 from Uncle Jim, Z-Pie 2, Z-Pie 2, and Z-Pie 2. And then over here, finishing up this round, is the Sticky Foot #5 Uncle Jim, which is my kind of keeper cut of the Sticky Foot so far. And so the way I've organized the veg room here, I have this section here, and this is all of the new varieties that are going to be hitting the board. I've got Mac 1, I've got a Blueberry Kush Mints, I've got Fresca, which is Cat Piss by Root Beer Freeze. I have the Bicket Dog Walker OG. I have Apricoma, which is Legend Orange Apricot by Orange Apricot by Mac. Then we have our type cuts. Type 2 is the Seattle or West Seattle Sour, which is a 1-to-1. Tests very well. And in here we also have a Sleeping Beauty, which is a high CBN variety that I'm going to get lab tested here at Rose City Labs in Portland, Oregon. I also have a bunch of clones available that have just came around out of the cloner. This is the newest round. These are the ones from the last round. I've got a lot of Cherry Paloma and a lot of Z-Pie. So go ahead and hit me up, folks. Then this section over here, kind of these bigger plants and over, are all going to be my next run, which a lot of that is testing the stuff that I just hunted out and got sex tested at Farmer Freeman. I've isolated my male, and then gonna rock the testers in these smaller pots so that I can easily monitor for instability and anything that might pop up during the testing phase of that. Finishing up some of the chili peppers. I have a whole bunch of them in the bathroom under a light, which my wife can't wait for me to be done with that. But man, they're looking at having down into the 40s a week from now. So like down to 42 degrees a week from now. So that is not good for peppers. They are not stoked on that. So I'm just going to keep them in here until I can get them transitioned back outside. This section here is kind of our holdover moms. We got some Tiki Rains, some Cherry Palomas, some Z-Pies. I got a Sticky Foot #2 in there, which is going to get tested on the next round. Uncle Jim sent Sticky Foots, I think 2 through 5, and 2 and 3 did not get into the last round. However, they are ready to go in on this next round, which I'm pretty stoked about. So this is the veg garden, doing pretty good. I thought I might mention that I had a pinhole size leak right where that filter kind of screws into the hose thing. So I put on some JB Weld, and I'm hoping for the best, folks. Wish me luck. All right, so we will go ahead and take a look at things outside. All right, we are outdoors. We are outside into the garden. We've done a lot of work probably since the last time I've checked in. I'll go ahead and give you the run through. Mr. Watermelon is still struggling, but he's coming along. And this other watermelon guy, he's even smaller. I'm hoping as the temperatures warm up, they kind of take off. The rose section is gorgeous. They're just really blooming out well. Everything looks super happy, super healthy. I've got this lavender rose that's now trying to bud up on me, so I'll get some roses off of it this year. We have this classic red rose that does this cool kind of single stem, long stem red rose type thing, and it smells amazing. We've got our pink rose bush here. We propped up and got it all staked up. And it's looking gorgeous. This one smells really good too. I love this one. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of roses. I learned this cool trick. Shove the petals in a glass container, fill it up with water, let it ferment for a couple days, and then you add a little alcohol to it, and you got yourself a nice little rose water spray. So you can spray to make everything smell great. Roses are one of my favorite smells of all time. Then we'll go ahead and look at the old mushroom hut here. Come on inside, see what we got going on. The main thing I've been checking for is moisture levels and just making sure my mycelium is, healthy and looking good. So I just kind of peel things back. See, now this mycelium is all the way up to the edge, to the rim here. So I need to get another couple inches of wood chips on here for them to keep feeding and keep doing well. This is the mycelium for the blue oyster mushrooms, and as you can see, we've already got some action on that, so that's great. This one over here is either a ovoid or a wine cap mycelium, and it was struggling quite a bit, but it's now starting to take off and do well. So the mushroom bins should be popping here shortly, with the exception of this one won't pop until around November 11th. All right, folks, let's go ahead and take a look at the Luca boy. Look at that boy. Huh? Look at that boy. Yeah, he's got his ball. Oh, you got your ball? Give me the ball. Give me the ball, Luca. You're going to give me your ball? All right. All right, so over here we got some thyme. I took this old broken wagon and I threw in some cucumbers in that. And so it's hopefully going to take off. And then I'll just kind of weave these cucumbers around. We had these volunteer tomatoes pop up from the soil I used from back where I had my soil pile. And so I'm going to be training these tomatoes up through these cages. And these are just some concrete mesh that I painted and mounted to a T-post. All of the spring onions are up and looking good. I've got 2 tomatoes that I'll be training through there. What you doing, Yuka? You got your ball? Huh? You gonna squeak your ball? Give me the ball. You're gonna give me that ball. He's really good at not giving you the ball. That's his favorite trick. Carrots are doing really good. I came in and I thinned them all out. I way overplanted because I hate trying to get the little tiny seeds one by one. So then I just came in with scissors and I kind of thinned them all out and got them all ready and looking good. So the carrots are doing really good. Mounted this other cage here. I'm still trapping. I think I got 2 like about 4 or 5 days ago. But Luca will indicate, he'll tell me if they're around, and he has not been indicating, so he's not been pointing to their existence. So I'm pretty sure I've gotten rid of them all. This is Mr. Volunteer Potato. This is a gold potato that volunteered from last year. And as you can see, they're starting to flower now. So I will not be giving them any more kind of nitrogen feeding. And really the soil they're in here, especially even with these fingerling potatoes, is really rich. So I'm not worried about their nutrition for the rest of this run. So I'm pretty much just going to be watering these guys and letting them finish out their life cycle. We've got our golden beets that have kind of taken off and looking beady. I'm stoked about that. This is a couple roses that I cloned from the neighbor's yard. And they're coming up. I noticed that this one here isn't exactly always stoked. I've been getting some kind of leaf curling and leaf unhappiness, so I'm not sure what's going on with it, but we're just kind of letting it rock. The newer stuff looks good, so we're just letting it rock. We got another thyme pot here that's getting overtaken by these potatoes, and the potatoes have totally clouded out my little rosemary bush in here. I'm not sure if that one's going to survive. On the flip side here, we have our manzano pepper. It seems to be doing well over here. This is kind of a protected area, and I have been using a little shade cloth to protect them when we're getting into the super intense hot days. I got some Thai basil here going, which this is a new addition. Pretty stoked about that. Of all of the basils, Thai basil is my favorite. And you can see here, it's already starting to bolt a little bit and flower, so you gotta come along. You have to pinch those off. As soon as you see them, man, get those off there and they'll keep pushing vegetation. Our strawberries are doing good, dropping berries. This one looks just about ready to eat. Ooh, so does this guy here, looking really good. So pretty stoked, getting some fruits every day when I come out. I've got my little herb station here. The dominant thing is this sage and the oregano. It's kind of choking out the rosemary that I threw in there. I've got this little pumpkin, or not pumpkin, I've got this cucumber in here that I've just been kind of protecting as well. And these little sprouts are Thai basil as well that I got to kind of get in there and thin out. The herb station, man, it's cranking. I've been giving away all kinds of herbs to folks. Just get some fresh herbs on your pizzas and your soups, all kinds of good stuff. So we've got some of the oregano here. This is some of that yellow oregano. We've got our thyme and a little rosemary here. I had this maple tree kind of drop in this pot. It just dropped in and germinated. So I thought, what the hell, I'll just grow a tree. The pink Jackie mullein, it's kind of cycling out. It's almost done. It's just at the very last bit of its bloom cycle. And I believe these are biennial. First year is veg, second year is flower. And then we'll flip back over here. We got our pink carnations going. This is the Shabu mix. But it's lately has not been mixy. It's just been these pink guys coming up. And they're really kind of weird, but they smell really good. Almost like, it's really hard to describe. It's like a sweet cinnamon. It's almost like a cinnamon trident gum with a lot more sweetness. As you can see, the rosemary's doing good, thyme's doing good. I moved out some of this cannabis, I don't know, a few days ago, and it's good. It's doing good. It's not going into flower. And this Z pie here, this one started out as just a little clone in this spot. And it is also not going to flower, which I'm pretty stoked about that. This oregano is super out of control. I need to get in here and cut this back a little bit. And I'm hoping to make some oregano oil, which is super beneficial, super medicinal, and super good. Threw in this mystery clone. I did not put a label on the cup. So this one is, I believe, one of the ones that was sent to me by Seattle Chronic Seeds, Rab. I believe this might be an apricoma. So doing good. These plants that I keep out here mostly for the dogs to eat. They just come along, and then as you can see, they just graze off the fan leaves, and it's really good for their stomach. Like, you know, they like to eat grass. These are volunteer potatoes. These are also gold potatoes that volunteered from last year. This is a section where I just threw in extra seeds. And the only thing I really recognize popping up right now is weeds and carrots. So, cool. We got lots of carrots coming. Over here is our manzano peppers. We've got this one. This one stays shaded out nearly all day. This one gets a decent amount of morning to midday sun. And this one gets probably the best sun of all. And it's kind of growing out and doing well. I've got these couple pumpkins in here, and I was really hoping to just get one really, really strong pumpkin plant, so I can, as you can see, I'm weaving it out this fence, and then I'm going to run it down the whole fence line and all the way around, and hopefully have a little tiny pumpkin patch kind of wrapping around this whole greenhouse area. As you can see, everything is growing up around my frogs. My clover ground cover's coming in and looking good. And we've got some sunflowers here in various stages, and they're doing really well, popping up. I'm not sure exactly what type these are. I had several different kinds, and one of them was this giant sunflower that I got from the Burgerville Kids Meal seed packs. Our local Burgerville gives out seeds every year in the kids meal so that they can grow some cool shit. Over here we've got our strawberries. This one's doing good. I have a feeling that I overfed these guys at first because their vegetative explosion has been crazy. But they are starting to really flower out now. So I'm not feeding them much now. I'm just letting them kind of rock. A lot of the runners I'm tucking over into this bin where the had this blank section from the dogs stomping them out. I had all these pots over here, but the dogs got in them and stomped out one of my chili peppers. So I just dumped all the soil into here on our Hugo mound, which I'll talk about that in a second. But I've also got this chili pepper here. It's, I don't know, man, it's enduring the cold. It's not exploding in growth, but it's also not exactly just stunted. So it's slowly growing, and it is kind of managing the climate. Because like I said, it's been in the low 40s at night sometimes, and even a week from now, the low is supposed to be 42 degrees. Here's the boy sitting here doing his job. He's checking it out. He's got to make sure nobody gets over the fence. But yeah, we've got our Hugo mound here. It's looking really good. I piled probably another 10 to 12 inches of soil on top of all that ground cover I had. I just kind of mowed it all down. And then I put all this soil on here. I'll go ahead and I'll put a round of, and I should do this today. I need to put in my red clover and get my ground cover going for this. Over here, under the Dome of Solitude, the Iron Dome of Solitude, I planted a bunch of these red burgundy sunflowers. And these are supposed to be like the cut style, where you can basically just cut and put them in bouquets and stuff like that. In the packet, they looked really, really cool, so I thought that would be neat. And having this iron dome really has made a big difference in the managing the slugs. Our slugs this year have been just crazy. As you can see, they've kind of chopped up on some of these sunflowers, done their little bit of damage, but they've recovered well and they're doing good. They're bouncing back. The orchard's doing well. Plum trees are doing well. I had blooms on this one, so I might actually get a plum this year. On this one over here, I started doing some training. So I just took a weight here and I bent this branch out now, and I kind of bent this one over and tied it up against the fence. And then I wedged a bamboo stake behind this one to push it away from the fence. And it's looking good. And I got this calendula here that's looking beautiful. This is a very medicinal flower. I want to start getting some more of that type of stuff going here in the garden. I'm kind of lacking on that. I should be having more. I must have spread 1,000 billion mullein seeds, but I just threw them right on top of the wood chips, and I don't think they got down into the dirt and did their thing very well. But I got these extra raspberry bushes. I've been slowly but surely finding homes for them. I'm down to 3 left, and man, they make just the best raspberries ever. I've got this geranium that's starting to bloom and looking really nice. Looks really cute, super nice. And then let's talk about raspberry bush here. Raspberry bush is out of control. I'm really stoked. We've had a lot of blooms. As you can see, we've already got berries forming. So I'll be eating fresh, delicious red raspberries here super shortly. And the primary pollinator for these has been the bumblebee. I've been seeing a ton of these guys getting over here and putting in work, trying to get some pollen off of these flowers and do their thing. So they've been putting in work. Pear tree's still kicking it. And the cool thing I kind of wanted to show you is the primary mushroom that's been popping up in these wood chips has been these ink caps. So I've got a ton of these ink caps that just pop up everywhere. I believe these are edible, but I'm not really into them. So yeah, that's that section. Greenhouse is still doing really good. I'll be using this for breeding here shortly. The last project I really need to do with this is to mount the solar panel on top of the greenhouse and run a line down to the rechargeable battery backup system, so that I have power and backup for the greenhouse all the time. All right, we'll go ahead and start looking at some of the tomatoes. This is a Lemon Boy, and Lemon Boy has really loved its spot and took off. This is probably the largest tomato plant that I have right now. This is that Black Krim. It's growing and taking off, and it's not pissed off, so I'm pretty stoked about that. This Manzano pepper here got soaked out pretty bad. I mean, this pot, we got quite a bit of rain, so I think it got a little over watered. But it's still kicking it. It's still growing. It's still doing stuff, so pretty stoked. This is a Brandywine tomato that I think I got this one from our local Wilco. And it's supposed to be just the regular old red Brandywine. And I was really searching. This is a little Trinidad scorpion pepper plant. But I was really searching for that pink Brandywine. The pink Brandywine is huge and delicious, and I finally found one. And that's this little guy here. This is one of the organic Brandywines. This Cherokee Purple is now up to the first scrog. This is a Brandywine here. This is a Brandywine here. And this also is a Brandywine. These plants get pretty big, so I may have overcrowded this area. But I'll try to keep things thinned out as we kind of train these up through the top of this scrog. And then lastly, we could take a beautiful look at all these Larat fingerling potatoes. My God, there's a ton of potatoes that are in here. They also are going to flower, so they will receive no more of the 555 top dress. If I feed them at all, just be a little bloom food. But to be honest with you, I'm just gonna let them rock out their life and hopefully start focusing a lot of their energy down into their potato production, not their vegetative production. I have these sunflowers that did not get choked out by the potatoes. I bet you there was probably 5 or 6 of the sunflowers just in this area, but as you can see, they got completely choked out by these potatoes. And I've got a couple of the sunflowers that kind of popped off the edges that are still doing well. This guy's getting choked out by the sun, just sunned out by this potato plant here, so it probably isn't going to do shit. I could probably kill this, but I'm not going to do that. So this is the garden, folks. This is the update. I got to tell you, I've really had a lot of fun building and designing how this whole thing works. I would like to get away from doing the overhead watering and start getting some lines in here and try to do some kind of drip irrigation. But that is a whole project for next year. Thanks everyone for watching these videos. They are a bit long, but I'm excited to show you all of the cool shit I got going on. And as I always say, please take care of each other. It's not that hard. And growers love.